Okay, Asia session live. Currently looking at USDCAD. USDCAD, not usually a pair that I trade in Asia, but I don't mind trading any USD pair in any session. Um, don't see anything else at the moment. Looking at the USD pairs here, quick buy section, none of them are lit up except for USDCAD. That's why I'm looking at that. My core pairs in Asia, Nikkei and gold, not really doing anything much, just stuck in a range here. Gold is interesting, but not ready yet. H4 is bearish, bullish bias overall, but this is a point where it can actually start flipping, and so I need to wait for some proper bar closures and some more clarity on this move. And so nothing else going on. Yen pairs waiting on GJ and UJ to do something, but they're not cooperating at the moment. Aussie pairs, nothing going on. Looking at this quick buy section at the top, none of these are lit up. So the only pair that is lit up is USD CAD, and this is why I'm focused on USD CAD. So obvious move here. We have a breakout trend reversal on the weekly. So this tells me that we've recently flipped weekly breakout levels, this one right here, and closed above the high. So reversing the trend on the weekly, and daily traders are in trend breakout, so just continuing to break out. Looks like we're in a range here. Faked out the range low. When you fake out one side of the range, I expect price to get to the other side. So bullish bias here. One more minute. If it closes like this, I'll be looking for a trend retracement on either the H1, say H2 as well. No, not H2, H4. Closing in 1 hour, so there's a possibility that this move can be an H4 move instead. But let's see if I have the entry here, I'll take it and I'll do a quick scalp if I get the entry that I want. I wouldn't hold it up because the H4 has a possibility that it's going to retrace. So you can see all these wicks on the bars. It tells me that if you get in too close to the closing price, at some point you're going to get a deep retracement. So you can see all these H4 bars, so many top wicks, bottom wicks. So I wouldn't want to be holding on to this move. Okay, so just a quick one. Um, Set up the alerts. Looking for a fake out buy. And I'm also looking for it on the 15 seconds. Hopefully it does pull back. Looks like it might break out, but let's see what happens. And yeah, that's it. Is the H8 bar closure as well? Yeah, this is also the H8 bar closure. So got to be careful of that. Okay, got the alert set up, and let's see. Okay, USD CAD has triggered the M15 low. Looks like the last M15 closed inside bar. And so trend continuation or trend, let's see, breakout levels up here, faking out the low. This is a trend pullback on the 15 minute. And we have a trend retracement on the 1 hour. Okay, so this is a pullback pattern. Let's see, 15 minutes, 12 more minutes until this 15-minute bar. Ideal scenario is for the 15-minute bar to close as a bearish breakout bar, and this would push this breakout level down, and then I could find a rejection at this point. This would be the ideal scenario. So next 15-minute bar close in bearish breakout, possibly taking out this range, and then look for a rejection and a reversal. Let's see, M5. So this is what I'd look for on the 1 hour, which is where I trade this. I trade the 1 hour on the 1 minute. On the 15 minutes, I'm always looking for those breakout levels. M5 breakout levels here. If this closes, I want this to stay above. If it closes and break out, this level will get pushed down. Lots of levels in here. I think This is the M5 low, and then I could find a reversal pattern somewhere down here. So pretty much the same setup. So both of them are setting up at the same time. So I'd like to see that happen. And the one that I take is going to be the one that gives me the reversal pattern. So if I get the reversal pattern on the 15 seconds, then I don't mind taking that. Otherwise, I'd wait for the 1 minute. All right, so let's see. Okay, M5 closed below H2 high, but stayed above previous day high. Bearish breakout gives me the breakout level. I want to see rejection of the low. If it doesn't reject that low, then I can get in on the breakout of the M5 high. But preferably this closes above the H2. "15 minutes still a while away." All right, so let's see what happens. Okay, triggered the low, getting above the M5, M15 breakout level here would be the entry. Don't like what's going on though here on the M15. I do want to see this get back above. So 3 more minutes here. Definitely want to see that above. I don't want to see it close below the previous day high. If it closes below previous day high, then the last um, price action was a fake out of the previous day high. I don't want to trade right into those fake outs. So I do want to see this move get rejected. So hopefully that happens in the next 3 minutes, and then I can take an entry. All right, 15-minute bar closed below previous day high, so this is no longer valid on the 15 minutes, but 1 hour is still valid for another 30 minutes. First setup I'm looking for, again, is a trend retracement setup. Didn't set up, and if it doesn't set up, second setup I'm looking for is a trend pullback. Bullish one here. So that's the first setup. Got below the breakout level, so I'm looking for a trend pullback. And I think we have triggered the H1. Yeah, we've already triggered that H1. And so now the entry is above this M15 breakout level. Not the best risk to reward. Would have preferred a lower time frame entry. But let's see what happens here. And the H2 doesn't look nice. So this is something I have to consider as well, since we're so close to this H4 bar. Yeah, so if there's no entry, there's no trade. If there's no momentum, there's no trade. And this is why trade breakout levels keeps me out of moves. So let's see what happens. Yeah, most likely I'll wait for the next H2 bar. So I don't need to look at the 15 seconds anymore. I'm going to switch time frames around. Okay, and so let's see. Okay, it looks like we're getting an entry here for 10 second, 15 second closures. 10-second closure above that level. Oops. Stops at the low, and just going to take a quick one back up. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go on the 15 seconds, which looks at the 15-minute. Maybe I'll go 10 seconds, which looks at the 10-minute. And I'm just going to set an alert here on reversals. So what this does is if you set the alerts to reversals, you don't need to do this. This is just to highlight which bars get alerts. And so basically, it just lets me know when the market is reversing. So this is the last bearish one, and this is the first bullish entry after that bearish one. So you can see there's a bunch of bearish entries here, and this is the first bullish one. So idea is that I want to be holding on to this on the 10-minute as long as I can until there's a entry on the opposite direction. And I want to hold it to at least the high of the day. Right, so that's the whole idea. And let's see, not the best time to trade right before this H4 bar, but I do like what's going on the H1. And I always like pullback setups. That's one of the better places to put your stops. So let's see what happens here. Okay, I switched over that reversal to the 1 minute instead. The 1 minute, the M15 is the momentum time frame. So the 1 minute reversals let me know when the M15 is flipping. And I think I'd rather wait for that. So waiting on that. Okay, and let's see. All right, so still in this one. This move actually did not take me out, really close, so I think my stop might be a little bit lower. And I'm actually going to size in. It did go quite a bit away, about 2R. I did think about taking this out, but upon, hold on, okay, 10-second closure there, sizing in here. Have another entry. Okay, so I was going to say I did think about exiting and taking it, but I looked at the weekly and saw pretty strong push up, and so I think I'm going to hold on to this. So I'm going to hold on to this to the previous week high and see if it can make it all the way up there. Okay, so I just sized in. 2 hours still looking all right. Price came down, faked out the low, and I took this move on the 2 minute. Bullish breakout, bearish fake out. We're below breakout levels, faking out the H2 low. And then we have a trend reversal entry. Breakout level of the M30 is right here. We have rejection. And this is good enough for me to take an entry. Timing is not good. This is not in New York session, but I think I'm okay with this. And let's see what it does. So 2 entries here. And let's see if this wants to hold about 8R if it gets all the way. Okay, target hit and done with the trade. So took a bit of heat here, just got out of that one, got in on, I think it was the M2 reversal pattern over here. Took a bit of heat on that one as well, but this is why I keep my stops at the low. and then price continued, hit the previous week high, taking partials out here and seeing if this wants to continue back up. And that's it.